My 27F boyfriend's 28 meters best friend 28 meters has been living with us and I don't like it. Hi, this is a throwaway because this is kind of personal. I've never made a post on this subreddit before, so let me know if I'm doing anything wrong. Sorry if this is long or for any grammatical mistakes. For background, I am a 27-year-old woman. My boyfriend, 28 meters, and I have lived together in our 2-bedroom house for about 2 years now. We live in a suburb outside a city in the US. I saw under rules there was something about providing a general location. I hope this is enough. We met about 4.5 years ago when working at the same place and have been together for coming up on 4 years. We had planned to get married last summer, but had to cancel it due to COVID. We both have parents who have health conditions and wanted them to attend. We are waiting for the vaccine to get more available to have our wedding, since a wedding is something we both want. My boyfriend has a friend who I will call Bill, 28 meters. Bill and my boyfriend have been friends since childhood and attended school together. As children, Bill and my boyfriend were very close and did many things together. As I understand it, Bill's family was pretty dysfunctional, so my boyfriend and his parents, late 50s MF, provided a lot of stability for him. Bill didn't go to college and my boyfriend did, but they remained good friends as we all live in the same area. The entire time I've been with my boyfriend, he and Bill have been close and I've gotten to know Bill. Before COVID, we would often go on double dates with Bill and Bill's girlfriend. This will become relevant later, but Bill has always had many girlfriends, with the relationships never lasting very long. My boyfriend has implied to me that this stems from commitment issues from his childhood, but as someone who isn't by any means a psychologist, I can't speak to this. I've always liked Bill. He's friendly, kind, and funny. He's always been a great friend to my boyfriend and I've gotten to the point where I consider him a friend, albeit not as close as him and my boyfriend. In May 2020, Bill lost his job and was unable to pay his rent. At the time, he didn't have a partner, again, no stable girlfriends, and had no family to rely on. My boyfriend offered for him to stay with us. He asked me first and I said I was happy to help Bill out until he got on his feet again, assuming it was temporary. At this point, Bill has been living with us since May and, to put it bluntly, I'm getting tired of it. In August, he was able to find a new job that, while I don't know the details, pays comparably to his last one. In response, he's helped with the utilities bills and with the groceries, but made no move to move out. Now, I like Bill and he's a good guest, but I feel like it's time for him to find his own place. Our house is very small, so it feels like I'm never alone with my boyfriend. It's always me, my boyfriend, and Bill. This is amplified because we are all in an area that has a lot of COVID cases, so we're all working from home and quarantining for the most part. In our county, many things are closed, so it's not even like my boyfriend and I can go on a date alone to a restaurant or something because of COVID. Around New Year's, I brought up to my boyfriend Bill finding his own place, while Bill wasn't present. While my boyfriend wasn't mad at me, he explained that he feels like we need to be there for Bill in his time of need. When I pointed out that Bill has a job and is much more financially secure now, my boyfriend said that Bill would be lonely if he moved into an apartment by himself now because of the pandemic. Furthermore, my boyfriend said that Bill was there for him when his brother, my boyfriend's brother, that is, died in a tragic accident when they were all teenagers. Because of that, he says that he should be there for Bill now. He also said that he considers Bill a brother and is happy to do whatever for him. He brought up how my sister, 30F, stayed with us for a month in the past when she was trying to get out of an abusive relationship. Coming out of that talk, I guess I've been confused. I go back and forth between feeling like I'm being irrational to want Bill out of our house and feeling like it's justified. Maybe I'm being too harsh about the whole situation, I don't know. From our talk, it doesn't seem like my boyfriend minds Bill living with us at all. I suppose I don't know where to go from here. Should I just let it all be and assume Bill will move out when he's ready? Should I talk to my boyfriend again? Should I bring it up with Bill? I considered doing this, but was worried it would be inhospitable and not my place, as he's much closer with my boyfriend. Anyway, thank you for any advice you can give me. I appreciate it in advance. Smile. Too long didn't read. boyfriend's best friend lost his job and moved in with us. He now got a new job but is still living with us. I think it has a negative effect on my relationship, but boyfriend wants to be supportive of friend. I've been Bill twice in my life. Both times I mostly kept to myself. First time had another roommate that I hung out with, and only hung out with the boyfriend when he wanted to. First time I thought all was good, and the girlfriend seemed happy. It wasn't until the second time that I realized I was straining their relationship, even if I spent most of the time in my room. I think couples need their space. Having a so and best friend around all the time isn't good for a relationship. He gets the best of both worlds, always has his best friend, and always has his so. You get him when he wants what you provide more than what his BF provides. The second time I moved out as soon as possible. ETA, I guess what I'm trying to say is Bill not be aware it is a strain on your relationship, but your boyfriend should know, and he should be proactive in getting him out, if it is an issue. Ask him what his timeline on Bill moving out is. It doesn't need to be an exact day, but something to give you an idea of what he is asking of you here. Whatever else is the case, you deserve a rough timeline. Remember that this is your house too. There should be no situation involving people staying here that you don't both agree upon. Thank you for the advice. I'm a bit too much of a people pleaser and sometimes struggle with getting my opinion heard. The last time I talked with my boyfriend, he said that maybe when things settle down with the pandemic, I might talk to him and try and get a more specific timeline. I get it. Having your girlfriend and best friend living with you during COVID is the best of both worlds. It is probably very comforting to him. But this isn't college. Bill has a job. It's time for him to go and live as a couple again. I would bring up with BF again and also ask Bill what his timeline might be. Thank you. You're right. I think I will try and initiate a discussion with my boyfriend and maybe try and bring up moving out casually with Bill. Your BF isn't being fair comparing a single month for your sister with the 8 months of Bill. Hardly on the same scale. If the only reason is he'll be lonely, it's not as if you want him removed from your lives completely or are banning him from visiting. Does he really have no other friends or relatives to talk to? Does he not have a phone? Your boyfriend does not mind Bill living there. His statement about Bull being lonely says all you need to know. You're in a trouble and are finally looking up. This has been going on since Bill was dating. They set the scene and it has continued until you realize you didn't sign up for a roommate. Bill has been there almost a year. You need an exact move out date. Is he paying bills? Are they split 3 ways? It sounds like you might need an ultimatum. It doesn't sound like your BF will ask him to leave. Move out date for Bill or leave. Thank you for your advice. Yes, over the summer Bill started paying a fair portion of the bills. My boyfriend worked it out with him. Not quite sure what you mean by a throuple. I looked it up, and are you implying that my boyfriend and Bill have something non-platonic between them? I really don't think that is the case. Just good, slightly codependent friends/brothers. I'm going to bring it up with my boyfriend again and try to set a plan for Bill to leave. Do I tell my BFF I caught her BF on Tinder days before they are moving out of state? Edit below. So this is a bit confusing. I have been friends with Jack for 9 years. He is like family to me and I love him dearly. About 2 years ago he met Diane. She eventually moved in and she and I became besties. Jack and I have supported each other through the loss of both my parents and his stints in rehab for alcohol. We are very loyal and protective of each other. He's gotten his life on track and decided to use the GI Bill to go to school to fix motorcycles. The only school they pay for is in Florida. We live in New England. Since the program lasts over a year, Diane decided to move to Florida with him. I'm going to miss them, but I'm excited for them too. Jack has a history of sabotaging relationships when they get too intense. Moving to Florida together is obviously intense. He also has a long history of cheating. Diane has a history of being the one who gets hurt in relationships. So she's taking a huge leap moving out of state with no other friends. Here's the issue. This morning while Diane was at work, I popped my head in Jack's room to ask him a question. He fumbled to hide his phone. I'm 100% positive I saw him looking on Tinder. The way I see it, I have 3 options. 1. Just mind my own business and let the chips fall where they may. 2. Privately talk to Jack and calmly tell him I saw explore Tinder and to please think about the consequences of Diane finding out. 3. Telling Diane what I saw. I'd normally lean towards option 1, but they are leaving in a week. I love them both and I really don't want to see this blow up after they are 1,500 miles away. It would devastate both of them. Opinions? Edit. I just spoke to Jack. He looked at me like I had 3 heads and showed me what he was actually looking at. I'm an idiot. He was on Reddit lol. Tell Diane, if you let Jack know that you know, he's not gonna stop, he's gonna hide it better. He already knows the consequences of her finding out he's on Tinder. Your edit is weird. Oh, he claimed he was looking at Reddit, not Tinder, and you believed him? Did he actually scroll through his phone and show you the Tinder app was not on it? He was on Rate Me and I saw the exact post he was looking at. Yes, I believe him. Go with option 2 or 3. Since he has a long history of cheating, I'm leaning towards 3. It's not going to be pleasant, but he's not going to delete Tinder and give up just because he thinks you maybe saw him. Diane deserves better. My best friend's boyfriend was caught on a dating site by another friend of hers. She told my best friend right away. It sucked, but in the long run my best friend booted the cheater boyfriend and is happy. Glad you had the good sense to confront him straight on. If he were not such a close friend, this would have been difficult if not impossible. But this is what friends do for each other, check up on each other and show they care. And, since he has a history of ruining relationships, warn him that you're watching him and he'd better not screw this up. Okay, but he might need some motivation from a friend. My husband seems to hate me. My husband 46, of almost 3 years, 5-year relationship in total, doesn't touch me 27, or talk to me anymore. He speaks to me only when necessary. He will ask if the kids ate their lunch or behaved and such, but he doesn't talk to me any more than absolutely necessary. He sleeps on the couch now and I'm alone in the bed. I'm a stay-at-home mom, so now the only people I talk to all day are my 3 children. I don't know what I did to make him hate me. I know the house is messier than what it should be, but it's not terrible. I know I talk a lot and can be annoying, but I'm working on that. I haven't cheated on him. He knows where I am at all times, usually at home. I don't hang out with friends or anything, I'm always with the kids. He recently had a medical emergency and was in the hospital, and when I came to see him, he asked me to leave. I think he was embarrassed to be vulnerable, and I didn't leave. No, I disobeyed him, but I was truly so concerned for him and just wanted to be there for him. I'm not sure if that's the reason he's indifferent to my existence or not, but that's the last big issue we've had. I love him and all I want in the world is to be good enough for him and have the relationship we used to have. What can I do to fix our relationship? Well, you're no longer a child, that's probably his problem. Yep, she's too old for him now. Disobeyed? Question mark. So let me get this straight. He was 41 and you were 22 when you all got together. In a time span of 5 years you had 3 children. You are at home, alone, with the kids. No job, no friends to hang out with. He does not speak to you. He sleeps on the couch. He sends you away when he is in hospital. You call staying disobeying. You want to be good enough for him. Turn this thing around. The way he is acting right now, is he good enough for you? I'm torn between asking you to talk to him and sort things out, because it seems he is dealing with something massive and is taking it out on you by bottling everything up and avoiding conversation. Or telling you that you are dealing with an abusive situation. I'm seeing some red flags here. Telling him where you are at all times. Isolation. Disobeying. Good enough.